Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and it's another day, and it's another god-awful Star Trek story. This time, it's coming from Collider of all places. But you can see the headline: Star Trek is officially bringing back its most unexpected movie character. Yeah, who do you think it is? Take a wild guess, because Kirk is there. Do you want to know who it is? It's David Marcus, aka David Kirk, aka Kirk's son. How in God's name are they bringing back Kirk's son?
Does anybody else feel like a fried egg?
This is insane. So, for people who don't know who David is, this is the thing. David was born in either 2259 or 2260. So they're not 100% sure on his whole birth date. Like, it's one of those 2 years. To Dr. Carol Marcus, and then Lieutenant James T. Kirk. A product of the couple's complicated, long-distance, off-and-on-again relationship. Because Carol felt that she and Kirk lived in two different worlds, she wanted David in hers. David grew up in a single-parent environment with his mother, immersed in a world of scientific research. He knew of his father, but never met him because his mother had effectively banned Kirk from his life. David's professional choices were heavily influenced by his mother's status. By his early 20s, he had earned his doctorate and soon became a member of his mother's research team. David also had a half-sibling, the child of Kirk and Maramina, I'm never sure how you pronounce her name, who died in utero, which was in the original series. He never met Kirk. This is the thing. Do you want to see the first time they actually came face to face with one another? I can show it to you. Here's the first time James T. Kirk ever came face to face with his son.
I'm Dr. Marcus.
Jim!
Is that David?
Now, he knew he had the son. He knew his name and stuff like that, but he never met him because Carol kind of took him away. So, if you're going to introduce him in Strange New Worlds, what age is he going to be? He'd have to be in nappies, like diapers for the Americans. It's so stupid. Let's take a look at this anyway, because this is just head melting. It really is. They just haven't a clue. So, Star Trek Strange New Worlds is wrapping up for Season 4, which includes a star-studded panel and fan screenings at San Diego Comic-Con next week. The timing is bittersweet. No, it's not. It's fucking overdue if you ask me. Season 4 will take place on Star Trek's 60th anniversary. Jesus. Wait. No, it won't. Well, yeah, it will go over, but it starts in a couple of weeks. You know, the 60th is until the 8th of September. So no, it won't take place over the 60th anniversary. I know what they mean, but like, if they mean like the actual dates of the anniversary, it isn't. It says anyway, yet it also marks the beginning of the end of Star Trek's New World. I think that's supposed to say Strange New Worlds. As Season 5 airs next year, possibly this year. But while Star Trek Strange New Worlds is coming to an end, the series isn't running out of gas, as it's bringing back a surprising character from the Star Trek movies. What's even more surprising is the connection that this character has to the future Enterprise Captain James T. Kirk. During an interview with SFX magazine, showrunner Henry Alonso Myers revealed that a season 4 episode will see Kirk interacting with his son David Marcus. David is the result of a romance between Kirk and Starfleet medical officer Carol Marcus. She wasn't in Starfleet, you fucking idiots. You're immediately going straight to the Kurtz or the J.J. Abrams movies where she was in Starfleet. She wasn't a part of Starfleet. He didn't fully appear in the franchise until the iconic Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and its follow-up Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, where he dies. Given the timeline of David's birth, he'll be far younger in Strange New Worlds than he was in Wrath of Khan and Search for Spock. It's also a chance for Myers and the rest of the Strange New Worlds writers to add more depth to his character. You mean to a character that's now going to interact with Captain James T. Kirk when their first interaction was that fight scene in Wrath of Khan. That was the first time they've ever been face to face. And you're going to have them interacting in Strange New Worlds. Are they, like, how fucking stupid are you? Can you not even pull up the information that I pulled up? That you can read when he was born. What their life was like. When he actually met Kirk. He knew about him, but he never met him. He doesn't even pretty much know what he looked like. All of this type of stuff. And yet, you're going to have him interact with Kirk in Strange New Worlds. Which is meant to be set like 5 years or something now at this stage. Before Kirk ever becomes captain of the Enterprise. This is so fucking frustrating. So when David Marcus first appeared in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, he had a rather strained relationship with his father. As he's being raised by his mother, he was also a scientific genius, having helped create the Genesis device, a machine that could transform dead worlds into suitable living habitats. When the what? Genetically engineered tyrant Khan Noonien Singh steals the Genesis device and activates it during his death, the process creates a new planet. The search for Spock returns to this planet as the Klingon Kurg wishes to utilize its secrets against the Federation. David winds up being killed by Kurg. No, he doesn't. He gets killed by a different Klingon, further heaping tragedy upon Kirk. How do they not... They're literally talking about how he dies. And they understood that he dies, and yet they still get the fucking Klingon that kills him completely wrong. Kirk's not even on the goddamn surface of the planet when David is killed. Jesus Christ. So, thankfully, Strange New Worlds won't have such a tragic ending for David. You never bloody know. Henry Alonso Myers discussed that the season 4 features an episode with David is to further build on the relationship between David and Kirk. You mean the one they didn't have? They didn't have until Wrath of Khan. That is when they first met each other. And yet you're going to try and build a relationship between two characters who in the canon never met one another. And establish that Kirk at least had some contact with his son before he took the captain's chair of the Enterprise. Which we know he fucking didn't. I'm getting angry. So this is what Myers said. I don't want to call it a rewrite. That's exactly what it is. But it's like a rethink. No, it's like you're a retard and you're just bastardizing the work of real people who write real Star Trek. The experience of David was not a part of this series because they didn't really figure David out until the movies. Kirk is heroic, and none of us wanted to imagine that he is a lousy father. So that offered a lot of opportunity about how to get into his mind emotionally. They're literally saying, we just wanted to throw this character in because we want to be the ones to introduce you to this character. I'm losing my fucking brain cells with these people and how they work this stuff out. So you're literally saying we just want to bring them in because we want to build a connection between Kirk and David before the Wrath of Khan.
I think you're all fucked in the head.
You absolutely are. Like, this is the dumbest goddamn thing you could ever do. Like, what are you thinking? Like, if he's in here and he's in his teens, that doesn't line up with him only being in his 20s when we meet him in Wrath of Khan. Like, this is more proof, people, that Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Picard, Strange New Worlds, Prodigy, what was the other one? Lower Decks, all their shorts and their little cartoons that they have out there on YouTube and stuff, none of them are in the prime timeline. None of them are official canon to Star Trek, the original series, The Next Generation, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, or movies, the motion picture, right up to Nemesis. This is more proof that they are not in the same timeline, and how much these people truly have no clue about Star Trek. Oh, we want to build our relationship, even though they never met until the Wrath of Khan. Again, let's have a look at the very first time Kirk met Dave.
I'm Dr. Marcus.
Jim!
Is that David?
They have a movie they could have looked at and got all the information. There's websites they could have looked at and got all the information. There's books they could have read and got all the information. There's fans they could listen to and get all the information. But no, they know better. We're now going to have Captain Kirk, or in this case, Lieutenant Kirk, meet his son David in Strange New Worlds. Probably on the Enterprise as well, where Kirk never was until he became captain. Fuck these people. Fuck this show. Bye, Kurtzman. Can't wait to see the back of you. Bye, because you're officially gone, you bitch. Let me know what you guys think. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and hit that hype button, check out memberships, all that good stuff. Cheers, I'll catch you in the next one.